There was a significant expansion to a program that provides treatment for people suffering from some mental health disorders. It's called Care Court. The program is designed to get people the help they need and keep them out of the criminal justice system. This morning, we welcome Sacramento Superior Court Judge Lawrence Brown and Sacramento County Behavioral Health Director Dr. Ryan Quist. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we're 1 month into this expansion. How are things going now? I'll let either one of you just jump in.
We think it's going well.
Okay.
We have spent probably a good part of a year planning for all of this, building out the infrastructure. We already had the outstanding partnership between the court and the behavioral health agency. So I think we're off to a strong start. We're ready.
Yeah. How does this program work? So for people who may not be familiar, how does it work and how does one qualify?
So the qualifying part is that this is for individuals who are 18 years of age or older, have a schizophrenia spectrum or other psychotic disorder, not able to take advantage of services on their own, so not voluntarily taking advantage of services, and at a risk of being able to be successful within the community. So those are the qualifying conditions, and then they're able to file petitions. The people that are able to file petitions basically fall into three categories. It is family members, first responders, and behavioral health service providers, and then they would submit their petitions to the courts.
And so, as I mentioned, we are 1 month in. How many requests have you received already?
We have a total of 10 people that we have that we're currently working with. A total of 5 petitions have been actually formally submitted. 4 of those came from family members. 1 of them came from the county itself. That was a referral from a psychiatric hospital.
And we were talking a little bit in the commercial break just about what you were expecting. So you weren't really didn't have a number, but what is the county's capacity to be able to help these people that need it?
We're simply not concerned about the capacity, especially considering the number of referrals that are coming in, and we'll continue to monitor that and make any adjustments as needed, but we're not worried about capacity.
And are we talking inpatient stays or are these outpatient programs?
These are outpatient.
All outpatient. Okay, so we do have, again, that graphic that we put on the screen for people who are interested. How does a family perhaps go about this request? How do they make that request?
Well, we have opened up kind of a front porch for family. Mm-hmm. And they can go to either the county court website, county behavioral health website. It's as simple really as just doing an internet search, Care Court Sacramento. The information's then there. It has an explanation of the program, and it has the petition to be filed. And those are the ones that come directly to me. And so I've been receiving these petitions from parents and siblings where they write out, this is my loved one, this is their history, this is the crisis that they're in. With that form, I then review it. If they meet the initial criteria, I then refer it over to Dr. Quist's agency to conduct an investigation.
Is there ever a time when a person could be denied a request? Are there some circumstances in which they could be denied?
Yes, as Dr. Quist said, this is largely focused on persons with schizophrenia. And then you'll have mental health issues that might be something like bipolar, for example. Well, that might not be a fit for the Care Court. But it doesn't mean we're just going to turn a blind eye. There are other programs that still they could be linked to. And that's the beauty of this program. This is just part of an overall infrastructure to try to create greater connection for people in crisis to avail themselves of services before they find themselves getting arrested or getting hospitalized. So yeah, there might be ones where there's not jurisdiction. Maybe the person doesn't live in Sacramento County. We will then say, no, this person lives over in El Dorado County. You should file your petition there.
Yeah, because again, it has been expanded to all 58 counties in the state. So some people may be wondering as well, how will this work with Prop 36? Because there is an element of that new provision where there is this healthcare component as well. How does it work?
There's no linkage.
Okay.
To the extent that Prop 36 is about arrest, charge of the felony, and narcotics possession offense, then they can get referred to drug treatment. This is on the mental health side, and this is not tied to an arrest. This is coming in as a civil matter, not a criminal matter.
Okay. Thank you both for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. And of course, we'll continue to check in as this program expands and grows. And we want our viewers, of course, to make sure they have all the information they need. Thank you both.
Thank you.